Hi guys, I am the sacrifice.
From my head to my toes, I am covered with the fire of God, burning me everywhere. From my spirit to my
Hi guys,
Hello,
I am Adam Destiny and with me is
Afolabi Wisdom.
alright, and we are here again with another episode of True Worship, where our primary aim and target is to ensure you have a broadened knowledge on the true meaning of worship. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop a new content.
Weekly.
Yeah, weekly. Rightly said. So let's dive into it.
So, in our last episode, we were able to worship with the amazing song "So We Lie," and we'll be having more episodes of "Let's Worship," spontaneous and all that. Yes, and in episode 2 of Essential of True Worship, we're able to explore Romans 12 verse 2, which our amazing Minister James helped us to, he broke it down and helped us understand the essential critical elements of worship and our motivation for worship. So in this episode, we'll be going more into Romans 12 verse 2 and we'll be breaking it down. We have to rightly divide. So we'll be giving more insight on what Romans 12 was trying to say. So let's start. Romans 12, 1 to 2 reminds us and tells us that we should present our bodies as a living sacrifice. We are sacrifices. That's scary, but it's true. So let's go down memory lane. Remember when the Israelites used to offer, bulls and goats, and then they would burn it as a sweet-smelling sacrifice to God, and all of that plenty thing. And each year they had to do that. Each year they had to, offer sacrifices. And there's this minister Selman. He explained to me what worship is like. It's real. So he just explained how there's always fire before. There's always fire, always precedes glory. Let's take Elijah as an example. Do you know what happened?
Elijah called fire now.
Yeah.
And then I think the glory for that aspect was the people knowing that there is true God up there. Yeah, so he called on God, and fire preceded the glory, basically, because that's what happened.
Exactly. So thank you. So that's the story of Elijah. Not that I don't know it, I promise that I'm not like that. So he bows people really saying, oh, we have a God who is going to bring fire and everything. They did, but nothing came. As to show that there is only one God, as to show that their bow, nothing did. So it was Elijah's turn, and Elijah is quite extra, so he poured water and everything, and the fire still consumed the sacrifice. And you see afterwards the prophets of Baal, they knelt to worship, and wow, fire actually came and there was water. Who does that? Nobody. So that kind of thing is what Pastor Selman explained to me about worship. He said music is the littlest when it comes to worship. I can't remember the exact word, but it's the most minute. It's the most minute things considered when it comes to worship. It is one of the major expressions of worship. But he puts it like this: a life that is not already on the altar, music useless to that person if your life is not already on the altar. And let's imagine it not being on the altar, and then that is calling down fire, and what God instructed is bring the calves, bring the goats, and then it will be a sweet smelling savour. Just remember that. Just imagine that God is standing somewhere and saying, I'm the sacrifice. Bro, you're not on the altar. So he puts it like this, like when we worship, the fire of God comes in and like he goes around searching for the sacrifice. So many of us are acting a lot of drama, meaning that he doesn't act drama. Let's act drama, but my drama is true.
Right.
So many people cry, shout, oh God, my God, that was forsaken. Okay, no, but like they are really extra and deep down, if you check inside, they do say that the empty barrel with loudest noise, but I'm not judging, I'm not here to judge. But like, some people do all those activities and then the fire comes and passes them by, like, they are not my sacrifice, they are not the sacrifice, the sacrifice is labeled, kind of thing. So, what's the lesson I learned? I just learned that the same way the fire preceded the glory in Elijah's time, consumed the sacrifice, and then there was so much glory. The people knelt to worship. They were in awe. The same way, if your life is on you, if you present yourself as a sacrifice, like when you make yourself a living sacrifice, like even aside doing music, doing worship sessions, even in your daily lives, same way, if daily you can present your body that's like your soul, everything to God as a living sacrifice, you see that God's glory will be shown in your life. Like it's the same thing with surrender. If you can daily surrender yourself, like daily tell God, okay, I'm your sacrifice, so do what you want to do with me. Like that's the same way, like just relating it. Like I'm trying to tell you that worship is beyond music, right? Yes, there's the moments where you're worshiping and then God comes into the room and then he's searching, he's moving, he's brooding everywhere and looking for, okay, whose heart is actually right. There's that, but like even in your daily conversations, as you go out, before even doing your devotion, like as you're praying, your heart is just there, connected, and you're telling God, okay, the sacrifice, like I present myself, I surrender myself. I mean, it's not by your own strength actually. Just like God, I surrender myself to your love and everything. That's the same. That's worship actually. That's worship. Just acknowledging that He's beyond your thoughts. It's more than you. You can't do anything by yourself. Right? So if you can daily do that, you see that people just wonder actually, like the glory of God fills you, like your walking step, your speech, your conversations with people, even the little things, they're already seeing God's glory. Small thing has happened now, you've just revealed the glory in one way or the other. As the same, that's what this sacrifice is, like a living sacrifice. I live to show the glory of God. Like the reason I'm here on this earth, the reason I'm walking, that the glory of God can be shown. If you have that mindset, I promise you, nothing will be hard for you to do. Because you're like, it's not about me, it's beyond me. Like my academics is for God. If I get a first class, God is glorified. So that kind of thing, your life gets easier. And if God even sees that kind of mindset, you'll be like, wow, let's make this my child shine more. That kind of thing. So that's how you can apply this whole sacrifice thing to your daily life and like make worship not just an affair of music or an affair of chapel. Make it your daily life. So that's what it means to be a living sacrifice.
The music has to be the worship and not the worship within the music. It is possible that you worship without the music, and it's also possible that you play the music without worshiping, right? So it's just like they're not synonymous. Music and worship are not synonymous. Joshua Selman said something. He said, worship is a spiritual tool that you use to get to God, that you use to invoke the glory of God, right? And also, he said something like that our words provoke God to, like, they provoke God's blessing when you worship. So worship being a spiritual tool, it's a spiritual tool that invokes the glory of God. God's reputation is at risk whenever we worship, because He has to accomplish everything we see with the worship, and He also has to, prove that yes, right? It's not like He has to prove anything to us like God, but then it's just His reputation. right? If you finish worshiping and then something doesn't change in you, that means you didn't worship. Right? And then he gave the instance of a man meeting his wife and all. We are going to drop a link to the video in the description so that maybe you just watch on your own and understand truly what we're saying. So he said something like he said, it's not possible that you worship and live the same way. That is valid.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's true. Like, we worshiping is calling God by His name and like just saying who He is and saying, okay, take control, feel the room,
Yeah.
Worship is just lifting someone above yourself. So I believe that if you raise God above yourself, you see qualities of God, you see Him more than you.
Yeah, and that's why he said something like, only dead men can worship God. And I was, I don't know, it sounded so weird in my ears until he then explained the meaning of what he means. He first of all said something like, the fire precedes the glory. So the fire comes to you for the sacrifice. And the meaning of dead men being the ones that can host God. This means the fire burns out that self. So that means you have to be willing to give up self, right? Yeah. So then he said only dead men can host God. So that means the fire has to come in, burn out the self. You should be willing to give up self, right? So you should be just willing to give up self. When the fire burns, then you see the change, which is the glory. That's he talked about in the video. And it's not possible that I worship God and live the terrain, live wherever I worship Him the same way He came. So I think that should be an indicator to anyone worshiping that I shouldn't live the same way I came here. Right? Like there should be this change. I don't know. Like there should just be this change that's occurs when I worship God. I understand.
Thank you so much for joining us in this episode. As a form of summary, I'll just say, just know that you're the sacrifice. So that's just in summary. You're the sacrifice, and only dead men can actually host God. And dead to self, no back you're not a good person. You're a human being. And then the light himself lives within you. That's why even when the fire comes, it can't consume you because He Himself lives within you.
So that can't force it to, because like there needs to be willingness from a part to give up self. And then the fire comes. So
that's a summary. So I'll listen to the closing.
Okay, yeah. Make sure to like, subscribe.
Who's like?
Sure. That's fine. Make sure to like, subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I'm dropping new content. And God bless you. We need to also share. Yeah, like we already say share. Yeah, so like also share to reach out to people. People need these videos. People need these videos. Yeah, they just think it's vibe. And it's not vibe. You really need to connect. So share this video to your friends, to your family members, to whoever. I don't know who needs it. So make sure to like, subscribe, so it's very important. Alright, so goodbye guys. Peace.